All right, so right off the bat, so I am here actually representing Student Life, one of our student success services. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick just to tell you what other things Student Life does. So Student Life in our department is basically encourages involvement on campus. So that can mean a lot of different things. We oversee student organizations. So student organizations, if you visit with us yesterday, we have a lot of different student organizations and have a diverse group of student organizations to meet different student needs and to help engage students and get them to their goals. We are also responsible for campus programming. We do that primarily out of our Campus Activities Board, which is a student organization, but we host a variety of student programs that are meant to be diverse and educational and also entertaining. We do host those out of Campus Activities Board, but also out of Student Life. We have a few really awesome programs happening this semester that are leadership and diversity focused. So keep an eye out for those as those pop up. We are responsible for student leadership development. So this semester, in the fall semester, we always host a Student Leadership Academy. It is a non-credit class that goes for 8 weeks, meets usually on Fridays. This semester, we're meeting virtually. And students apply for that Student Leadership Academy, and we're only able to take 15 students. So we have lots and lots of applications for this already, but at the completion of the Student Leadership Academy, students who graduate the academy do receive a 3 credit hour scholarship, and they also get to wear a pretty cool medallion during their graduation. And they also get to do a graduation in, when we go to Indy, in Indianapolis as well. In the spring, we do a student leadership conference, which gathers all student leaders from around the state through Ivy Tech. It's an Ivy Tech conference, and we do additional leadership development there. Student Life is also responsible for student governments. So that is our SGA, or our Student Government Association. Basically, that is our voice of the college. It is your student link to the president and the chancellor and things like that. So they do a lot of things. They have some service projects and some projects just to make sure that the students' voices are heard and that they're doing good things collectively through the college. In Student Life, we're also responsible for sports, health, and wellness. So we do have a couple sporting athletics sports that we oversee for NJCAA junior college athletics. So that is men's baseball and women's volleyball that is piloting and kicking off this fall. We oversee those, and we also oversee our fitness centers, our intramural opportunities, and then we host various fitness classes and also overall wellness classes and opportunities throughout the semester. We also do service engagement. So that's basic community service throughout the community, and we'll offer different opportunities for service engagement throughout the year. Student housing, we do not offer student housing through Ivy Tech, but we do have some connections or just some information that we're able to share with you for student style housing that we can connect you to, namely on this namely some of these here listed. And then we also oversee our Ivy Life. So if you participated in our activity yesterday where we introduced you to all the student organizations on campus, you would have seen a little bit of an overview of Ivy Life. I won't go into that today, but Ivy Life is your connection to engagement on campus. So that's how you connect to student organizations. It's how you see what events are happening. It's how you see any news posts that are relative to students. So, we might find resources, you might find fellow students, that are needing, wanting some of their communication out there. So we oversee Ivy Life as well, and we hope you check it out. That's accessible through your My Ivy homepage there. So I am going to go ahead and drop a shareable link of this form here so you can read later all about what Student Life is like, and then hopefully I'll have a chance to chat with you guys later. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share, Next up, I have Chris Dowse, who's going to talk to us about student success, and then he can go ahead right in and talk about TRIO as well.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Dowse. I work in the Office of Student Success. Some of our primary functions are orientation, student conduct, and then we have a program called Ivy Works. Ivy Works is designed to work with students who are receiving SNAP benefits and pursuing a certificate program. And so we provide some financial support, but we also provide academic support as well for that particular program. We also have our Ivy Cares, which is our wraparound services for the institution. Ivy Cares consist of a couple of things. One, we have Uber to provide transportation to students. So if students are having difficulty getting to class when the buildings are open, we can provide transportation to students that way. We also have a specialized program which is limited for students if they need to get to the grocery store or they may need to get to work because their car has suddenly stopped. We have some CARES Act dollars that can be used to support students in that way. We also have our mental health services. We work very closely with the Boeing Center. So students get 4 free visits. And then after that, if you need additional visits, you can contact me and I'll work with you to get you those visits. We have a virtual food pantry. Our physical food pantry is closed, so we will provide e-cards to students to assist and help them with purchasing food. And then we have our emergency funds, which consist of a couple of different funds. One is CARES Act dollars. The other one is our Helping Hands Fund. And then we actually have a fund called an emergency fund that works with your financial aid. So we have a variety of different resources that students can connect with. I will post in the chat some information that you can use. And it has links to where you can access that information. If you lose this, just go to Ask Fort Wayne at ivytech.edu. Ask Fort Wayne at ivytech.edu and say what you need assistance with, and then they'll connect you to whichever department or connect you to me. So that's a little bit about Office of Student Success. Our TRIO department, they're busy today, so I told them I would cover for them. TRIO is designed to work with students who fall into 3 categories: either low income, or you have a disability, or you're a first-generation college student. They provide support services to students. They also have academic support services to support the student as they matriculate towards graduation. They also have a program called the Leadership Council, which is a student group, and that is open to anyone. If you're interested in being in TRIO, I'll drop the link to that. And then you can access their information. There is an application process that you do have to go through in order to join TRIO, because they have to verify based upon those 3 criteria. If you meet one of those 3 criteria, you don't have to meet all of them. So if you have any other questions, you can ask me in the chat or in the breakout session. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Next up, we have Joe McMichael and crew from our CCEC, or Career Coaching and Employer Connections Department.
Can we share a document, or Carrie, if you can put us as a co-host here? Or you guys see that okay? Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll kind of get us started, and you guys can jump in whenever you want. So again, I'm Joe McMichael, and the Executive Director of Career Coaching and Employer Connections. And then I've got Joyce Baker and Ann Lapsley who are on the call as well. But I just want to introduce you guys. So many of you are staff members, knew us as Career Development, but as of this fall, we've kind of changed really our name, but a lot of our resources and support that we can provide to students, and became Career Coaching and Employer Connections. And so really what that means is for you and students is we are a place that can do a number of different things in launching your career pathway. And through that, I'll kind of scan down through here to show you kind of this area of spokes on a wheel as to what we do. And first and foremost, Joyce is one of the career coaches, but what we want to do with students is provide a personalized career coaching plan for you. So as a student comes into school, you may not have it all figured out, but we want to engage with you intentionally and really work through that process. We think you may have selected a major, but maybe you have some questions about that. How can we assist with you with that? And through that area, through career exploration, which could be something that you'd want to do, which is a career assessment that we provide, resume help, cover letter help, networking, and I'll scroll down through here, work and learn, and that's what Ann's working with as far as work and learn, interview preparation, employability skills. And so that's kind of the key areas, but as I scroll down here, kind of take a little bit more in-depth look in terms of one of the big things that we're doing this in this department is providing individual opportunities to put together a career development portfolio. And that portfolio is the best way to showcase to employers why they should hire you. And through that, you're going to achieve a bunch of milestones, including an assessment, resume, work and learn experiences, so that when you complete your career development portfolio, you're ready to meet with employers and ultimately achieve a job or gain a job or transfer should you want that. I mentioned the career coaching aspect, which is that focused one-on-one career coaching relationship. So that's that individual, Joyce, and we have two others who can work closely with you, exploring programs and careers that might work best for you. And it's more, again, in the past, we've had a small department, whereas now we've got more resources so we can work more one-on-one to personalize that approach and helping you with any career decisions that you need to make. And then Ann is actually working closely with Work and Learn. That's a big thing for us. How can we get you engaged, and what does a Work and Learn experience look like for you? Is that a job shadow? Is that working with maybe an employer to ask questions and learn a little bit more about that field? But I think ultimately we want to equip you with the tools for success, and what that looks like for you could be different. But practicing interviewing, we have a number of different events we're doing virtually right now, which is what we're going to do through this semester. But we want to make connections for you and help you, achieve some of those network opportunities through many different avenues with employers and community partners. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we're hoping that we can help you from where you started, make the transition through Ivy Tech, and then where did you finish, and how can we celebrate those successes in terms of where you started, but and then where you finished it at. Including, we've got some pre-launch survey information where you would complete a pre-launch survey and then a post-launch survey to really let's see how the education and the experience did impact you in a positive way. So that being said, Joyce or Tara, or Tara's not on here, Joyce and Ann, you guys have any?
I did want to let you know, I did share a PDF that has all of our contact information on it, and I am putting Joe, Ann's, and myself, our email addresses in the chat. So if you want to reach out to any of us.
And I will share just a link to the page on the Ivy Tech website where we can be located as well, in case you want some resources off there as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm slacking here. Okay, thank you very much, CCEC and crew. Next up, we have Kim. She's on screen right now. So we're going to go with Kim with our Center for Academic Excellence.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. You guys see it?
Yes.
Moving very slowly. Okay, so Center for Academic Excellence, it stands for, well, we call it the CAE, and I think that means nothing to students, so I'm just going to put it out there. We're the Fort Wayne Tutoring Department. We provide free professional tutoring. I always like to let students know we're actually not free because we are not volunteers. We are included in your price of tuition. So I like to suggest that students get their money's worth, and please take advantage of the wonderful professional tutors that we have here on campus. We offer appointments. We have a virtual drop-in lab that's open from 8 to 7, Monday through Thursdays, and 8 to 6 on Fridays, and also Saturday mornings. And you can access that through our website. I'm going to show you how you do that in just a second. In addition, we offer 1 hour of one-on-one tutoring per week for every class a student takes at the Fort Wayne campus. We tutor just about everything that students might take, and the benefit from working with the tutors in our department is that we actually specialize in literally what our campus offers. We know the courses, we know the textbooks, and we know your instructors, and we know what they're looking for. So we can really guide you in very specifically in ways that will help you be successful. When we're on campus, we are located in Harshman Hall, room 1610. And right now, during the COVID pandemic, we have someone there most of the time. And we also have computers there that are available for student use in case you're having trouble with your internet services. You're welcome to go to Harshman Hall, room 1610. Someone will help you work with our computers. And if you want to work with people from our department, you can use our computers to link with us or to have Zoom meetings with us that way. Our phone number is there. And then I also want to show you our website. So I'm just changing screens around. And that is right here. All right, so you guys able to see the website that I just pulled up? Awesome. So again, our hours are right there. Our hours are right there on the top. If you want to schedule an appointment with us, you can do it by giving us a phone call. In addition, we have a web link right here. You can click that and schedule your own appointment if you prefer to not make a phone call. And if you want to visit with us in the drop-in lab, depending on the time of day, we have anywhere from 1 to 3 tutors available to work with you. There's almost always someone there who can help with math and someone who can help with writing, as well as someone who can help with science. The other thing I wanted to show you before I turn this over is our course resources. So I've moved over here to the left-hand column. We spent our summer developing course resources in case you guys need assistance after hours. I wanted to show you a little bit about health and sciences. A lot of our students are in a medical field, so we have all kinds of stuff there for your anatomy and physiology. It's broken down by what you might need to help support you with your lectures, your labs, as well as test prep material. I want to show you the writing site real quick. Pretty much any class you take at Fort Wayne, you're going to end up doing some sort of writing. So this is for anybody, whether you're taking an English 111 class or not. And what I really want to show you or highlight for you is that we have all kinds of tools here to help you with your APA style as well as your MLA style. We have some Grammarly checks and grammar checks that are available to you guys to use and links to them that are free. And Mark went ahead and included his favorite grammar and punctuation information. So we have basically resources for any course you take. I just wanted to highlight it for you and let you know it's available. Again, you can find us at the website caeiv.com. And I can turn it over to the next person. Carrie, you there? All right, Todd, take it over.
Hi, I'm Todd Nichols with Disability Support Services, and basically this department supports students and provides academic accommodations for students that qualify for such services under the Americans with Disabilities Act. I'd like to say first and foremost, if you even think you might benefit from some academic support, I would really recommend coming in and having a discussion with us. Got to work on my language there. We're working virtually, so we'll give you some contact information here in a minute, but we do want to meet you and collect your information. And it's better to have that conversation and have that conversation early. These are learning tools. You're going to get the same education and be participating just like everybody else. It's imperative that you get the support that you need and deserve and qualify for. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Our link can be found on my Ivy on the student dashboard. And you can electronically make that request, and then somebody will follow up with you, usually sometimes within a half an hour. We're very quick to get back. And then I'm also going to put my email address in there, wnichols3@ivytech.edu. That's actually a good way to get a hold of us directly also. That's basically it. We work very closely with the Center for Academic Excellence, the tutoring that you just heard about, which is a spectacular resource. And we also work very closely with the TRIO program. So we're very integrated with the college. And by the way, everything is extremely confidential and private. So you're not necessarily putting your business out for the entire campus to know. We're there to support you in the background. So thank you.
Awesome. Sue, I've got you up next.
Sue, you're muted.
Sue, you're muted.
Sorry. I'm Sue Jones. I'm with the Math Lab, and we are not on campus this semester. Everything that we're doing is virtual. We have hours that are, you know what? I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. That is not what I want. Let's see if I can get it here. Well, I'm not doing it. All right, maybe I'll just go ahead and post that after I'm done here. I don't want to take too much time. But we have hours 10:30 to 7 on Monday and Thursday, and then from 11 to 5 on Friday. So what kind of help can you get from the Math Lab? You can get calculator help. If you don't understand how to use your calculator, we're there to help you. You can get tech help as far as if you're trying to find videos on your course or extra resources and you're unable to do so, come to us, we'll show you. We provide help with Excel spreadsheets. We provide help with Math 123 projects, and we offer drop-in tutoring for all math classes. So when you want tutoring, what does that mean? Okay, so you come with questions. We assume that you have already attempted the problems. We're not there to do the problems for you or to do your work for you. We're there to help as far as giving you understanding of each problem. And we will work through some problems with you, of course, but we're not there. We're not a drop-in resource to do your homework. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Oh, the other thing is that some of the math classes are set up so that you can work at your own pace, so you can work ahead. Math 023, 043, and Math 122 are set up like that. It's called Emporium style. That means that you can test before the test date that's listed in your class. And if you need to do that, you can come to the Math Lab, and we are able to do that. We are able to proctor your test. Other classes schedule testing with us, so we do proctor tests, and in your syllabus, if you're one of those classes, it will list links to us and how to go about that. You will need to set up an appointment for testing. Let's see, what else do I have to say? Basically, when you come to the lab, you're going to see people. You'll either see me or Carrie. You may see one of the math instructors. All of our math instructors put time in the lab. So if you want to come in when your instructor's in, you can do that. You don't have to do that, but some students choose to do that, so that they're working directly with their instructor in the lab. Let's see. I think that is about it. I'll put the link in. When you come in, you're going to see people, and you'll end up coming into a waiting room. We will let you in as soon as we see that you're in the waiting room. That we do just to protect the privacy of other students who may be in the lab. We would put you in a breakout room by yourself so that you're working one-on-one with one of us. Okay, that's it.
Great, Sue. Thank you. Okay, so as far as I can tell, last up I have Anne with the library. She's going to tell us all the new things going on with the library right now, and then I will share our code again for you guys to log for participation, just in case you haven't, and we will get started with our breakout sessions. Anne, if you are talking, we cannot hear you. I'm showing that you're muted. Anne, we can't hear you.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know my computer is not functioning today. I've had to reboot it 3 times.
No problem.
Okay, so this is our new library website, and it now includes Warsaw, and they have their own page actually over here. If you're a Warsaw student, you can click there and you'll see all about the Warsaw Library. Okay, but we're talking about the Fort Wayne Library, which is where I am now, and I'm actually wearing a mask, which is why I'm worried whether you can hear me or not, even with everything working, because we are open. The most important thing to tell you about the library right now is under About, Hours and Location. This is where you will find our weekly schedule. We are doing it week by week. This is whether the building is actually open, which you can see that it is. We are offering online support from 8 in the morning till 7 at night. And if you click on available online, this is all the ways that you can reach us. Normally this is going to be bright green between 8 in the morning and 7 at night, and you just click on it and you start a real-time chat with a librarian. But because I'm doing this, I didn't want chat interrupting us, so I turned it off. If it's off and you we will still get it. We have other ways to reach us, such as this Ask a Librarian. This opens up an email form where you can ask us any questions. And this is quite big. I've had people paste in their whole bibliography and ask me if they did it right. So please use that whenever you have any questions about library resources or finding sources for your papers or study materials. This is our new search engine, and it is a little bit different from the old search engine. And I have on the library guides page, I've got some short videos that show you how to use this new system to find articles and to find, well, really any books. This is ebooks specifically, but to find any books. We also have citing sources, resources. We do not tutor in writing, but we absolutely do help students set up their papers in APA, MLA, and Chicago format. That includes paragraph formatting, margins, headers and footers, and all that stuff. And so we have examples here that you can download and take with you. These library guides are for specific classes. They include specific library databases for your topics, but also open access and government resources, like using Edgar. I made a little video on how to do that. So these library guides for specific classes will give you all kinds of resources. I want everybody that is faculty and staff on this call to know that on the library page, amongst all our different pages, we are linking to all of these wonderful resources, to the Center for Academic Excellence, to TRIO, to the Math Lab, the Writing Lab, and all of that. We have links to all the resources that are offered on campus, the Career Center, all of that is also on the library website. And if you need any information, students, you can use the Ask a Librarian form to ask us about other services. We will get you connected to the people you need connected to. And again, we're available 8 in the morning to 7 in the evening. So we're open a little bit later than some of the other offices. This is our list of databases. There are around 75 subscription databases, and we now have filters on them. So if you're just looking for books, you can filter like that. And if you're looking for a particular subject, you can also use that subject filter. Like I said, my computer's really slow today. Here's all our books. Okay. And again, this will search everything. It's a little bit different than it used to be. So you can go ahead and on the guides page here, you can check out those videos and see how it all works now. I don't want to take up time doing searches. We do that in classes. You may see a librarian in one of your classes. We are doing Zoom consultations. We are doing one-on-one. We can screen share with you just like I'm doing now and search with you. And it's actually a little bit better than me standing over your shoulder while you get nervous and make typos. So it's actually working out better to do Zoom screen sharing with students for searching help. So please take advantage. Again, this is something your tuition pays for. You're paying for 3 librarians to be here to help you, and that's all we're here for. That's the #1 thing. Never worry about interrupting us or anything like that. Let's see, maybe I should say a little bit about the library physically. We are open, as I said. The study rooms that we normally provide, those are sadly closed due to issues of cleaning and sanitation. We normally have over 50 computer workstations for our students, though that amount is slightly cut down due to social distancing, but we do have computers loaded with all the software you would need to get your coursework done. And we also have our 4 copiers and printers. And we have scanning machines if you need that. And we do have reserve books. We are circulating reserve books. So if you are unfamiliar with that, this is where your professor puts a desk copy in the library. You can't take it out of the library, but if you're waiting for your textbook to come in, you can come into the library and use that copy here. Most people scan the chapter or take pictures with their phone so they can read it outside the library, but you could also stay here and read it here. Anybody have any questions that I can take in the chat or?
Awesome. Well, Anne, I am going to go ahead and ask that the questions and answers be taken in the break rounds just so that we can move on.
Okay, sounds great.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you again for presenting about our library. Before I stop the recording today, for anybody who wants to go ahead and check this recording out about to hear about our resources, so I will have this available actually on the event description, and then I'll also be sharing like a news post that has all of our recorded sessions from this week. One cool thing about when we are hosting these events, the chat function, because I know there's a lot of links that were dropped in the chats. The chat function is viewable when you watch the recording. After the fact, you can actually toggle back and forth between an audio transcript of the video, or you can click on the chat box to see. So maybe like if you didn't quite get a link written down that you wanted to, you could always find this recording in either my news post or by searching this event again and clicking on the link that way. So real quick before we move into the breakout sessions, I do want to go ahead and share that code again. If for not the people who are here on our session, for anybody who is joining us on the recording, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So once again, as I explained on the chat box, this little scan code right here, if you use your phone to scan in this scan code, this QR code, it should link you to a website. When you click on that website, it will log your participation in this event. You can either do it this way, you can open up your QR reader on your phone and scan it that way. If neither of those things work, you are welcome to click on the link that I shared in the chat box to log your participation. And what that's going to do then is it's going to generate a feedback form that's sent to your email. And that feedback form is going to ask, you know, your opinion of today's event, number one, but number two, it's going to collect some of the information we need in order to send you out your free stuff that we promised you for participating in this event. So if you do not see that email right away, there are some cases where it is going to your junk file or your spam or your clutter files. So if you're not seeing it and you're wondering why, you could always do a search in your email search box for Ivy Life. That will help you find the feedback form. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We are going to go ahead and open up all of our breakout rooms. Once again, we have the wraparound services, the career coaching and employer connections, the, wraparound services, student success and TRIO, CCEC, career connections, the Center for Academic Excellence, our math lab, our library, disability support services. And if you want to chat with Student Life, you're welcome to stay out here in the main room. So if any of you guys want to speak up or drop, if you would like to speak with anybody privately or get a little bit more information from them or ask your questions, just go ahead and drop that information in the chat or you know, say it out loud. You can unmute yourself and I will go ahead and get you guys in with a room with them to talk to them directly. And for all my departments out there, you can hang out here in the main room until somebody says that they want to meet with you. So